And of course my video got messed up. Hi Capricorn. Again, I started getting into it, but I'm kind of glad that I restarted for you guys because it was like jumbled up. I think it's because I was getting so many different scenarios that I didn't want all those. I just wanted it pointed down to one main thing. Okay, so this is for Capricorn for April 2018. I apologize that I'm a little bit late. There's definitely some technical issues going on with my internet, with my phone. I don't know if some of you guys know, but there's a Mercury retrograde, so that's probably why. So yeah, just bear with me, okay? Um, so for you guys, through April, some of you guys could follow up on astrology, some may not, but we are in the time of Aries, and that gets a lot of people around us. Like, it gets a lot of people very tense, and some of them can come across as very pushy or very needy. And if they're absolutely not that way, then the other people are like silent, like you're not really hearing too much from them. So it's like a flip-flop. Either you're hearing like too much, people want too much of your undivided attention, and it's very annoying for you, and you want to push yourself away, or it's like you're not hearing from people at all. So it can go. But I feel like out of all the zodiac signs, is Capricorn is dealing with this Aryan energy the best. I can feel it. It's the best. And there's kind of like a common theme, because it's weird because with Aries and then with your reading, there's just certain things that are a little bit more similar, which is weird. Okay. So I'm going to start off with the singles, and this, I feel like yeah, it has to do with like more of a romantic situation, and if it's not so much a romantic situation, it's like a friend or family situation. So I'm just gonna go ahead, whatever. So I feel like somebody has been idealizing somebody else. So if this is you, there's like a person or there's a situation that you are kind of holding on tightly to. This could also be a child if you do have a child, or you know somebody and this is their child, like somebody who's younger than you, and this could just be like a pure love kind of thing. You have like unrealistic expectations for this person, or this younger person you are dealing with has unrealistic expectations with their life, at least how you see it, like the way they're talking to you and the way that they are like talking about how like things are affecting them. It's like unrealistic. Like, for example, you could have a child, or you can have a friend who is in a relationship and their partner treats them like crap, and it's like, oh, okay, like I've been through it, I've seen that happen like with myself, and watching this happen with you, it's like, okay, like I've already lived through that, just hear what I have to say. And they're kind of not listening because they're still like googly eyes and they're fantasizing and idealizing this person. Okay, so you could be dealing with someone like that, or I feel like for a lot of singles, only if you're in a bad space. I feel like for those of you guys who are in a bad space, there's going to be people that come into your life and they're going to be showing themselves as super supportive, super loving. And you really cling on to that idea of that's how this person is. And I don't think that's like 100% them. You know, it could be, but you just go with your intuition with that one, because there's something here where somebody that you're dealing with in your life is telling you or showing you these things, and like this very like sugar-coated side to them, and it's not 100% them anyways. Okay, like they have something, not like they're cheating, it's nothing like that, but they just got something up their sleeve that they're hiding and they don't want to show you. Okay, and you're going to find a lot of people are going to be coming into your life because you're handling just energies better than they can. So you are going to have you have to be faced with a lot of people and a lot of situations that they're just simply like venting to you, and they're being very vulnerable. and they're telling you about their life, and they're telling you about their situations, and they want you to help, and they think you're going to give them all these options and these scenarios, and you're kind of holding back because you want people to do it on their own, or you do help, and if you do help, it's going to kind of backfire in some way, and you'll see how that unfolds. But what's really cool with you guys, side note, is when I was like shuffling your cards, is I kept hearing there's going to be a life change, there's going to be a life change. Or you're changing yourself, you're changing your life. Something about your personality or something about the way that you usually do things, okay? Yeah. And a lot of you guys too are going to be, like, you don't want to, because I feel like for a lot of you guys are going to be spending money on yourself or on people who are either like less fortunate than you or a little bit younger than you. And you're going to be trying to help them, and you're going to be trying to help them, and maybe like don't like go out and buy people things, right? Because that's going to lead into something nasty. Then they're going to become very reliant on you. It's like right now is the time to give kind of the people the cold shoulder, as bad as that sounds, because if you keep giving in to other people, like I just, not that they'll use you, but I feel like they'll keep like lying to you, okay? So if you're single, right, like, this isn't all bad. I just feel like there's just someone in your life who is like not in the best, they're just not the best, you know, whatever that means, but they're just not the best, okay? And this could also be someone who you are involved with too, if you are in any kind of like, you know, romantic situations, you know, or if you're single or you are in a relationship, again, romantic situations, you could, again, be fantasizing about this person, and that's not really the way that they are, like, at all. You know, especially if you have a crush, on somebody, you're holding on, because when you met this person, or it was like somewhere along the line, they did something very sweet, or it's just the way they talk, or the way like they act towards you, and it comes off as very sweet, it comes off as romantic, and you can mistake that for like very deep feelings, and there's a little bit of fantasy to that, okay? There's a little bit of fantasy to that. Not that they're a terrible person at all, you know, but don't hang on to like this dream boat like persona that they're giving off. Like don't over idolize. I don't know why I keep messing up that word. Don't over idolize this person. Because I feel like this person like has like other people they're talking to as well. That's not if you're in a relationship and things are very like serious, okay? I don't think that's it. I think more so if you're in a relationship, there's going to be some stuff coming up with money, and it's not bad things, it's actually good things. So if, you know, even if you're not in a relationship, but if you are, or if you're a person who is just been working hard, or who's been like very concerned about money for like the past couple months, you're gonna get a blessing in April, and I think that's what's gonna be awesome for you guys. So kind of no matter where you are on that scale, there's gonna be like, you're not gonna have to like hang on so tightly to money. Like things are gonna be different, and that's the time where you can actually go out and spoil yourself. Like you guys can be getting makeovers, you guys can be getting new clothes. I heard for some of you guys really are one person out there, they need a new pair of jeans. If that's you and you really been wanting a new pair of jeans, go get those pair of jeans, because I don't know, I just think it'll be a good thing. So let's go on. Somebody's life is falling apart, and I don't know if it's you or if it's somebody around you. Somebody's life is, and I feel like for more so, it's somebody else. And I know maybe for some of you guys have kids, it's not going to be everybody's kids, but like, especially if they're like at a teenage, you know, kind of phase, or in their like early 20s kind of thing. Ooh, that's scary. My mom's Capricorn. It's not me. But yeah, it just looks like somebody's life is going to be turned upside down, and their life is going to be changing, and it's almost for the better is what I heard. Like this turn of events or the shift that's going on either in your life or somebody who is very close to you, like whoever like the female is really. So don't get too freaked. It is my, it is what it is right now. Um, but yeah, somebody's life here is getting flipped upside down. Like all the things they knew, all their belongings. I hope no one gets like a house fire or something like that. A house fire, and that's like a weird thing to predict. I don't ever really do that. But yeah, like just or something gets stolen, something weird like that, or like an unexpected car issue, like maybe like a flat tire. But I feel like just if it definitely is with somebody else who's like around you, or maybe this was like your life and you're getting out of that, and or you've maybe lived through not so good of a life and you're kind of looking back at it right now and all these memories are coming in your head. That can be it very strongly, especially for the people who I'm talking to who are a little bit more mature right now. Maybe not having such a good life before, or some kind of like major event happened, whenever, but it was definitely in the past, right? So, and like these weird things keep popping up in your head and you're like memorizing it. And it says you can let that go too because things are new. Again, and I kept hearing like Capricorn trying to or is very much changing their life around, whether you think so or whether you don't think so. Because these like events are going to take place and but there just keeps like popping up a struggle. So I don't know if it's you or I don't know if it's somebody else. But somebody here either was recently or was in the past struggling and they never had a solid life. It was always chaotic and they never wanted to make a change, and now is the time to make a change. So, and that's what's happening. And don't be tempted to, because there is a little bit of indecisiveness. Now, I feel like this comes for you. So either you're dealing with someone who's going through this or you're dealing through it, whatever side that you're on. There's going to be temptation to go back to that life in one way or another. And I feel like that's for you. So hopefully that's not like an ex scenario or like maybe like a drug scenario. That's not good. Because I feel like with Capricorn, it is very frustrating. And it's sometimes like they feel like they're in limbo because either this person is going through so much heaviness in their life that it's weighing down on you and it's tempting you to do weird things, or your life, you're trying to correct your life in some way, and it doesn't even have to be like anything bad like just happened. I feel like this was way, like it could have been way in the past, or just like throughout your whole life or out throughout somebody's whole life. There's just been a sequence of bad events and there was never any like stability when it came to that. You always had to like switch things up and the chapter just never closed, right? And it's like, no, Capricorn, like don't worry about that now, because this chapter will close even, and it was like a forced close too. So whether, like I said, whether somebody's going through this or you're going through this, just be careful of any kind of relapses with people as well, or yourself. Because there's something weighing heavy on somebody's shoulders. But the really good news, and I feel like, what's beautiful about this reading is because a lot of this stuff talks about in the past, or it's like what somebody else is going through, which I know that's not the most positive, but it can get your mind like attuned to it, and just to kind of know, give you like a heads up kind of thing. But what the beautiful thing is for you guys is, for one, sometime in April, there can be a renewal of love, or you can find somebody new. And this person is very stable, and this person does have a lot of money. If you are already in like a relationship, then this is your partner becoming more established during this time. Like they're either working more, and they're being more like supportive with you. They're being more like emotionally connected. Like I feel like within the home, or wherever you are, because I got that weird, because when I said in the home, for some people that's not right. in the home, it's a little bit still unstable. But so if the home is unstable, there's somebody here that you can stay with, and if you had the opportunity to go somewhere and stay with somebody for a while, or go do something and stay somewhere for a while, you should take that up, because that will inspire you to be a new person, to be more open, to be more loving, and to kind of bring in more positive situations for yourself anyways. But if it is like a romantic situation, this new person is going to bring all those emotions and feelings to you, and they're going to be your stability. And maybe that's why those old thoughts or some kind of weird thoughts are popping up in your head, because you feel good and you feel fine now. And like you're scared that there could be like a relapse, so that you could be single again, or things become unstable again. That's where, a little bit of that's coming from as well. Now, if, like I said, if you're in like a marriage or a long-term relationship and things are all serious, this could be a good time to get pregnant, for one, or to go out and have more dates, kind of thing. Okay, so, but yeah, I think there's going to be a renewal in a current relationship, if you are in one. Or if you're like kind of been talking to somebody too. Not if they're that toxic person. Not if this person like you're talking to is like addicted to something, or and they're talking to other people. That's not the person. You're going to meet somebody else. Maybe more, and this is going to be more of like a funny person too, so that's good. So, because a couple cards fell out for you. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so if you were worried about a person, I don't know, actually, because something's been like heavy on your mind, and we probably already discussed that, but whatever this thing is that's like heavy on your mind, it's all going to go away. And I felt really eerie when I said that. So I don't know what that means, but I'm just going to keep it at that. Like, it's all going to go away, one way or another. Stress will slowly be lifted. Okay. And it's not by anybody's actions either, which is strange. Like, this wasn't like, because things went away, it's not by anybody's actions, if that makes sense. So that popped up. So don't be so stressed and worried about someone, and kind of enjoy what you have in the now, because there's definitely showing like there's a lot of like love and warmth going around, like around you, like near to you, without you having to try. And the things that aren't so good for you in April, they'll just fall away on their own. And you just kind of have to like put a blind eye to it, which is all right. Like, you feel weird because you're putting a blind eye to it, but that's okay. Let's pull out one more card for you. That's good. Okay, I pulled out a card. So this is being creative. Write and paint anything that you feel. Write songs or listen to songs. And there's a weird message. Don't listen to sad songs during this time. So that's interesting. So I get these two. These are like the two oracle cards I pulled at the end. But you have the High Priestess of Air, and she's all about finding out the truth. But then next to it you have Fragment, which is about not being a part of the situation. So for a lot of you guys, honestly, the truth right now isn't, you'll find it out gradually in April, or you'll find the clarity, or you'll find the things, or whatever answer you've been trying to look for, or whatever kind of truth. But it says, like, don't involve yourself in talking about it. Like, just hear, listen, like, kind of see, because that's what's going to happen. You're going to hear, and you're going to, I hope, but try to keep yourself out of things. Like, you'll find out answers, just don't, like, get so involved where you're, like, pushing somebody or pushing situations, because that's not going to work out for you. It's more going to be, like, you can listen, and you can see, and then it's, like, kind of like you just kind of, like, float back, right? You just kind of pull yourself out of it and let it unravel on its own. Mm-hmm. So that was for you, Capricorn. I hope that made sense. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it was a little intense. All of them are, so don't feel so bad. Yours, I mean, there's this like continuous theme of like people around us being like potholes, right? All right, I'll see you guys next time.